Hey everyone, welcome to the market review. Doing this one early because data from yesterday is pointing to a huge move up and we in theory will not go down. I'll explain scenarios, everything is scenarios, but for now let's talk about the bullish one. So we got a lot of high prints on big names. Biggest print was Microsoft with a number 2 print. It looks like this in area of interest. As you can see, we are very extreme on the negative side, in in the buy area, and we got the high print on number 2 here. When we look at positioning, let me turn this off just for a second. Um, so we fill this gap here. Then positioning delta wise, we are more oversold than we were at the April flash crash. We are more oversold than we were at not about the same as here. So we're the same oversold as we were at the 2022 low, and the same oversold as we were at the March low, like 8% in the money call delta. And here we are at 9% in the money call delta. So this is very low and bottomy behavior. Microsoft has been dropping for quite a while with only this bounce here, but it is looking quite good. And when we look at not volume at delta, so this is set to money. And this is set to OI. As you can see, there's a lot of OI. This is calls above the zero line and puts below the zero line. And when we switch to delta, it's almost all puts. When we switch to money, it's almost all puts as well. So this expiring will have a counter effect of pushing us higher and the short pressure going away. So this is Microsoft, but there are a lot of other names with high prints like Into, Booking, Adobe. RTX is a dividend one at the top. RTX is at the top. Carvana at a low as well, and it did, even though it's shitty and it's Carvana, it did a recovery yesterday, a number one print. I would expect maybe a move higher. I think that one has earnings as well next week or something. I don't know. We'll look. Names like ZS also been dropping for a while. It's at extreme positioning. And I'm only showing these are software. Let's also look at Adobe. Yeah. Now going back to Microsoft. Sorry, my voice is a bit have at the money IV. So we generally see this type of behavior during bottom. So IV goes up as we go down, it goes down, and then it stops going higher. This is kind of like a VIX effect on the stock. And you can see here it's making lower highs as we bottom. And what did we see in Microsoft? Basically, we had a spike here and then we went down and we didn't make a higher high on at the money IV. So we made a lower high also pointing at the bottom. Then we have the positioning rank, which is near the lows again. So I would expect this to bottom. And then adjusted delta. So this is put to call OI, but only on OI that is above 0.95 delta. So all the ones that are 1 delta or 0 delta are ignored. And again, we are in an area where we should be expecting a bounce. And even though we went lower here, we're making lower highs. And I think we can see a bounce here, like going here. See, not lower high, higher low. So low and higher low here, and we generally should be pushing higher. Now, this being said, why I think we are quote unquote at risk of going higher and squeezing is because it's OPEX. Secondly, if one of the reasons why the market went nowhere is because mega caps went nowhere, but mega caps have corrected huge here, and they're all down. The counter OPEX effect should be up, except Nvidia. Uh, Netflix as well. So most of them are down. We get a counter OPEX effect, and then if they start going up and sentiment improves, then we should be actually going higher. Plus, again, OPEX effect on software should have the effect of some short position closing. And once the ball gets rolling, we start squeezing higher and higher. The more we go up, the more we go up, basically. And finally, the final piece of the equation is basically the yearly AVWAP. So the explanation I gave uh, at the beginning of the week in last week's video was that the cap on the upside is the yearly AVWAP. So this was, I didn't draw it on SPY, but this was the logic. Like as long as we are below the yearly AVWAP, this is negative consolidation. You see the ribbon is here, we're getting rejected by the ribbon and one rejected, second rejection, and now we're trying again. Basically, if what I think is happening is algos are set to sell at the AVWAP. So if we get a combination of the beginning of a post-OPEX bounce on mega cap names, and then we recapture the yearly AVWAP, basically algos are set to sell here. So they're trying to sell, but buying pressure is stronger than they are selling, and we recapture the yearly AVWAP. Then the algos will flip from selling to buying. And if we are able to flip the yearly AVU up and we begin a post-OPEX bounce in mega cap names, which are very influential for the market, it doesn't really matter what happens to the rest of the market. Like energy could go down, staples could go down. Those become sort of irrelevant if mega caps start going up. Let's do the 1 month performance or 1 week performance. So yeah, XLU starts going up, utilities start going down, utilities go down. Maybe if there is nothing with Iran, oil goes down and something like that. But you get the idea. Like if mega caps start going up and we flip the yearly AVU up from a mechanical perspective on the market, algos flip to buying, and we just begin squeezing on that side. So this is my new main scenario. There are other things as well. Like I like how Bitcoin looks. I think this is bullish consolidation. I think we go like all the way here to 80K or something. Oil, maybe nothing happens with Iran. Like the market squeezing today and going higher today into possible Iran conflict over the weekend is a major statement. Like if it's able to be bullish today, then it says that Iran is a nothing burger. And maybe like we do something like this, Iran happens, it will go back down, it will turn the yearly AV up into support, and then continue squeezing in spite of Iran. Uh, but we'll see. So the market showing strength in spite of the risk from Iran, it's a major statement and should not be ignored. Now, this is only a piece of the equation. The other scenario is we can still be getting rejected here, in case in which what I just said is not that relevant, but I'm explaining the bullish scenario as well. Today will basically set the tone for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Uh, as well, if VIX gets crushed today, again, in the face of Iran, if VIX goes to like 15 today because we squeeze, again, another major sign here. If it holds 20, then we maintain bearish bias. So VIX could do this and then over the weekend goes crazy. But it could also crush today because it's Friday, it's OPEX week. A bullish mega cap rally is going to crush VIX like crazy. So the combination of things that we have right now is kind of suggesting that we begin squeezing. The name I like the most is Microsoft. Uh, as you can see, they all look the same. Like this is Microsoft, this is also Bitcoin. They all look the same. Like if I add, I don't know, Adobe, it's the same fucking trade. I don't mean the full thing. I mean for this piece here. So basically a bounce, we go down, we bounce again, we go down, and now potentially we go higher again. So it's all the same trade. If we get mega cap starting to go up, most likely software will start going up as well. Most likely crypto will start going up again, and VIX will get crushed, and that's it. So just to recap, this is the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario remains what I explained earlier this week, in which we could potentially get a soft pullback, this one. So we get a soft pullback. We basically did a sideways scenario here. We went all the way to the yearly AVU up, but haven't recaptured it. If we flip the yearly AVU up, this is super fucking bullish. So we went to the yearly AVU up, and as long as we get rejected, we could still see this scenario, or we could still see this scenario here in which we go down to under 600. But to get this one, we would have to have an initiation day. And what I mean by initiation day is something like is it? Have a couple here. So like this one, we had a minus 3.44. Slow day, minus 3. And then we went downhill. But this is not limited to that. For example, here, slow, big, minus 4%. And even though we had a bounce, we still went lower. Or here, initiation day, minus 3 point something percent. It was, we went much lower after that. Or this one wasn't that, this is Sokovist, sorry, here. This one wasn't that big. We didn't get a big one here. We did get it here, I think, minus 3%. This one here, initiation day. Big initiation day, we went lower. Big initiation day, we went lower. So this is what I'm looking for to get that big correction. So if we get a big initiation day, even though we could get a bounce afterwards, I think it's very likely that we go lower. Also some fake outs. This one was a fake out, and we haven't really seen a follow-up after it. But I doubt this one will be the same. So if we get a big initiation day on Monday or Tuesday, that's the signal to go short. You shouldn't be going short here. Right now, I'm probably going to go long Microsoft at open and see what happens, and cut it if we don't do the squeeze play setup that I expect into the close. But it's looking pretty good for the bulls right now. Pretty strange setup. And that's it. There will be no weekend video because this is basically the weekend video. Hope it helps. Have a good one. Bye bye.